Successful people are not smarter than you. They are not luckier than you either. Think about that. You've been told genius does it. You've been told connections do it. You've been told luck does it. None of that is true. The real cause is smaller than you think. Small, boring habits, repeated daily, without applause. We're going to explore how to build habits that hold under pressure, how to protect your time from everyone who wants it, and how to become someone your future self is proud of. Small things repeat. Repeated things become you. Become the person who never quits. Say that back to yourself. Small things repeat. Repeated things become you. Become the person who never quits. That is the whole video in one breath. Everything else is just detail. You already know this, somewhere underneath the noise. You felt it on the mornings you got up early, and the day just worked better. You felt it on the nights you scrolled instead of slept, and woke up already behind. You are not broken. You are just untrained. And untrained is not permanent. Here is how an ordinary person becomes extraordinary. Not through one decision. Through 10 habits, repeated until they stop feeling like effort and start feeling like identity. How does someone become the kind of person other people quietly envy? Small things repeat. Repeated things become you. Become the person who never quits. It starts the moment you wake up. Most people wake up and immediately react. They check a phone. They check the weather. They check what everyone else is doing before they've decided anything for themselves. That is not a morning. That is surrender. Before the day even begins. Extraordinary people do something different. They claim the first few minutes as their own. Before the world gets a vote, think about a sunrise. Nobody controls when it happens. Nobody can speed it up or stop it. But everyone gets to decide what they do in that early light. Some people sleep through it. Some people waste it, staring at a screen. And some people use it to set the tone for everything that follows. Your mornings work exactly the same way. You cannot control every hour of your day. But you can control the first 10 minutes, and those 10 minutes decide the mood of the other 14 hours. This is the first habit. Owning your morning before anyone else does. Don't chase motivation. Build unshakable discipline instead. Motivation is a mood. It shows up when it wants and leaves when it wants. You cannot build a life on something that's unreliable. Discipline does not ask how you feel. Discipline just gets up. Discipline just starts. That is the difference between people who talk about change and people who actually change. The second habit lives right next to the first one. Extreme ownership. Extraordinary people stop blaming the traffic, the economy, the upbringing, the timing. Not because none of that is real. It is real. But blame keeps you small. Blame hands your power to something outside yourself. The moment you say, "This is on me," you get your power back. You've made mistakes. Everyone has. That does not disqualify you from becoming extraordinary. It qualifies you. Mistakes are tuition, not verdicts. You get to use what they taught you starting today. Own your mornings. Own your outcomes. Do those two things long enough, and you stop waiting for permission to change your life. You just change it. Small things repeat. Repeated things become you. Become the person who never quits. Why do some people show up every single day, even when nobody is watching, even when they don't feel like it? Because showing up is not a mood for them. It's a decision they already made a long time ago, once, and never had to make again. One skipped workout won't ruin your body. One skipped study session won't ruin your future. One missed early morning won't ruin your discipline. But one skipped workout, repeated for a year, quietly rebuilds you into someone weaker. One skipped session, repeated for a year, quietly rebuilds you into someone less capable. One missed morning, repeated for a year, quietly rebuilds you into someone who gives up first. It was never one day. It was always the pattern. Think about water dripping onto a single rock over years and years. No single drop cuts through stone. Nobody would ever notice one drop landing. But repeated long enough, in the same place, that soft water carves a hole through solid rock. Your habits work exactly the same way. No single rep changes you. No single page read changes you. No single early morning changes you. But repeated without interruption, they carve you into someone new. This is the third habit. Consistency over intensity. Don't chase motivation. Build unshakable discipline instead. People love the idea of the dramatic transformation. The all-nighter that saves the semester. The one brutal workout that changes everything. Those moments make good stories. They rarely make real change. Real change is unglamorous. It's the fourth rep when you wanted to stop at 3. It's opening the book you didn't feel like opening. It's showing up on the boring Tuesday when there is no audience and no applause. Extraordinary people are not more talented than you. They are simply more consistent than everyone who quit before the water finally cut through the stone. No, that word matters here too. No to the extra hour of scrolling. No to the version of you that negotiates itself out of the work. Discipline is mostly made of small refusals. Nobody ever sees. Show up on the easy days and the hard days both. And one day you'll look back and realize the pattern built the person. That is the whole secret. There was never a shortcut hiding somewhere else. Music, small things repeat. Repeated things become you. Become the person who never quits. What separates someone who improves every year from someone who stays exactly the same? Comfort. Comfort is quiet, and comfort is patient. And comfort will happily keep you exactly where you are for the rest of your life if you let it. Extraordinary people build a fourth habit most people avoid on purpose. Choosing discomfort deliberately instead of waiting for life to force it on them. Think about a brick wall going up. Nobody lays all the bricks at once. One brick alone does nothing. It just sits there, unimpressive, easy to ignore. But someone lays it anyway, and then another, on a schedule, in the rain, on days they'd rather not. Weeks later, there's a wall. Months later, there's a building people actually notice. Your discomfort works exactly the same way. Each hard rep, each hard conversation, each hard choice is one unimpressive brick. Stacked long enough, they become a structure strong enough to hold real weight. One hard workout won't make you resilient. One hard conversation won't make you fearless. One uncomfortable decision won't make you strong. But one hard workout, repeated on purpose. One hard conversation, repeated on purpose. One uncomfortable decision, repeated on purpose. That is how ordinary people build extraordinary resilience. One brick at a time. Don't chase motivation. Build unshakable discipline instead. This is where identity starts to shift. Every time you choose the harder, more honest option, you are not just finishing a task. You are casting a vote for the kind of person you are becoming. Every workout is a vote for someone strong. Every honest conversation is a vote for someone trustworthy. Every early morning is a vote for someone disciplined. You are not just doing things. You are electing a future version of yourself, one small choice at a time. Discipline, that word again, because it deserves repeating. Discomfort chosen on purpose stops being punishment and starts being practice. And practice, repeated long enough, becomes who you are without you even trying anymore. Choose the brick today. Choose it again tomorrow. The wall does not care how you feel about laying it. Music, small things repeat. Repeated things become you. Become the person who never quits. What happens to people who never learn to protect their attention? They stay busy their entire life and finish it wondering where the time went. Busy is not the same as focused. Busy can be a costume, worn by people avoiding the one thing that actually matters. The fifth habit extraordinary people build is protecting a block of deep, undistracted focus. Every single day, like it's sacred. Think about a wheel spinning on a bicycle. At the start, it takes real effort to get it moving. Your legs push hard against resistance. But once it's spinning, once momentum takes over, keeping it going takes far less effort than starting did. Your focus works exactly the same way. The first 10 minutes of hard, undistracted work feel like pushing a heavy wheel uphill. Stay with it, and momentum arrives. The work gets easier the longer you protect it from interruption. Most people never feel that momentum because they interrupt the wheel every few minutes. A notification here, a quick check there. Each interruption stops the wheel completely, and they have to start pushing from zero again. All day, every day. No wonder they feel exhausted without feeling accomplished. Don't chase motivation. Build unshakable discipline instead. Extraordinary people guard one block of time like it's the most valuable thing they own, because it is. Phone in another room. Door closed if there is one. One task, not 6 tabs. It feels almost rude in a world addicted to interruption. Do it anyway. This is also the 6th habit hiding inside the 5th. Learning something on purpose, every day, in that protected space. Not passive scrolling disguised as learning. Actual, deliberate study. A chapter, a skill, a hard problem worked through slowly. Small daily learning compounds the same way water compounds against rock, quietly, invisibly, until one day you know things other people never took the time to learn. Protect the wheel. Protect the hour. That block of focused time, guarded daily, where extraordinary skill quietly gets built while everyone else stays busy and distracted. Small things repeat. Repeated things become you. Become the person who never quits. Here is something nobody warns you about. Decline doesn't arrive all at once. It arrives one missed day at a time, and it is nearly silent until it isn't. One missed morning is a mistake. 2 missed mornings is a habit. That line is closer than most people think, and it moves in both directions. The same is true for the good habits you're building right now. 1 missed workout is a mistake. 2 missed workouts is a habit. 1 skipped moment of honesty with yourself is a mistake. 2 is the start of a pattern you won't like living inside. This is why the 7th habit matters so much. A short, honest daily audit. Extraordinary people check in with themselves, the way a pilot checks instruments. Not out of fear, but out of respect for how much is riding on staying on course. Think about planting a seed in soil and simply walking away for a season, never checking on it, never watering it, never noticing whether something is choking it out. Most gardens fail exactly that way, not from one bad day, but from neglect nobody was tracking. Your habits work exactly the same way. Left unchecked, even good intentions get quietly choked out by distraction. A few honest minutes each evening. What worked today, what slipped, what needs adjusting tomorrow, is the watering that keeps the whole garden alive. Don't chase motivation. Build unshakable discipline instead. The redemption mechanic here is simple, and you need to hear it clearly. Missing a day does not erase the pattern. It only breaks the pattern if you let it. 1 missed day is a mistake. It only becomes 2 if you decide, in that quiet moment of failure, that the whole thing is already ruined. It isn't. Extraordinary people are not the ones who never miss. They're the ones who never miss twice in a row. Discipline. That word keeps returning, because it is the whole engine underneath everything else. In this video, check in with yourself tonight, honestly, without cruelty and without excuses. Then start again tomorrow like today never happened. That is not weakness. That is exactly how the pattern survives long enough to change your life. Music, small things repeat. Repeated things become you. Become the person who never quits. Who you spend your time with is not a small detail. It is one of the loudest habits you're not tracking. The 8th and 9th habits extraordinary people build both live here. Guarding their environment and saying a firm no to whatever quietly drains them. Whether that's people, noise, or distraction disguised as connection. Think about a rope tied between 2 climbers on a mountain. If one climber is steady and strong, that rope can catch a fall and save a life. But if one climber is careless, that same rope can pull the steady one down with them. You are tied to the people you spend the most time with, whether you notice the rope or not. Choose carefully who you're tied to. Your energy, your standards, and your habits will drift toward theirs eventually, whether you meant for that to happen or not. This is not about cutting people off out of ego. It's about being honest about what pulls you up and what quietly pulls you down. Extraordinary people protect their circle. The same way they protect their morning and their focused hour. On purpose, without apology. Don't chase motivation. Build unshakable discipline instead. Saying no is the ninth habit, standing right beside it. No to the plans that drain you the night before something important. No to the noise that fills silence you actually needed. No to people who only show up when it's convenient for them. Every no you give to what drains you is a yes you're giving to who you're becoming. One boundary won't change your circle. One honest conversation won't change your circle. One hard no won't change your circle. But one boundary, held consistently, one honest conversation, repeated when it's needed, one hard no, said as many times as it takes. That is how extraordinary people end up surrounded only by rope worth being tied to. Guard the rope, guard the room. The people around you are either quietly building you or quietly wearing you down. And there is rarely an in-between. Small things repeat. Repeated things become you. Become the person who never quits. One day, someone is going to ask you how you did it. How you became steadier, stronger, sharper than you used to be. How you built the life you have now. They'll expect a secret, a breakthrough. One dramatic morning where everything changed. You won't have one to give them. The 10th habit is the quietest of all. And it's the one that makes the other 9 mean anything. Staying humble enough to keep doing the small things, even after people start noticing the result. Think about a candle lighting another candle. The first flame doesn't lose anything by sharing its light. It doesn't need applause for the warmth it gives off. It just keeps burning, steady, useful, unremarkable, up close. Your habits work exactly the same way, once they've built something real. You won't feel extraordinary while you're doing them. You'll just feel like someone who shows up. That feeling, boring as it is the whole thing working. Don't chase motivation. Build unshakable discipline instead. So when someone finally asks how you did it, the honest answer will disappoint them a little, because there was no secret to hand over. You woke up early on ordinary days. You owned your mistakes instead of explaining them away. You showed up when you didn't feel like it, and then again, and then again. You chose the harder, more honest option, enough times that it stopped feeling hard. You protected an hour nobody else was watching. You checked in with yourself, honestly, most nights. You forgave the days you missed, and refused to miss twice in a row. You stayed close to people who pulled you up, and said no to what pulled you down. And you kept doing all of it quietly, even after it started working. That is the true, humble answer. It was never one moment. It was never luck. It was 10 small habits, repeated until they became a person. Talent was never the reason. Discipline was never luck. Think about that one more time, now that you actually understand it. Small things repeat. Repeated things become you. Become the person who never quits. You don't need a new life to start this. You need tomorrow morning, claimed as your own before the world gets a vote. You need one honest hour, protected. You need one hard rep chosen on purpose. You need one honest check-in tonight, without cruelty. You need one no, said to whatever has been quietly draining you. None of it will feel extraordinary while you're doing it. It never does. It will just feel like showing up one more time on an ordinary day nobody else is watching. Make yourself a quiet promise right now, the kind nobody else needs to hear. Not to change everything today, just to lay one brick, just to show up once more tomorrow than you would have otherwise. Small things repeat. Repeated things become you. Become the person who never quits,